Well, welcome once again to the Garachi Orloff program. It's 7:50 a.m. on Monday morning, July 19th, 2021. And we're once again broadcasting to you live by satellite from the second floor, room 2, which is the theater room. We're on the 7th floor. No, 7th floor, room 2. Sorry. We're up here having loads of fun. And let's see, Movie World Comics is already here. So, no further ado, let's see. Shit, how do I do this? Yeah, it's Monday morning after dark. Sorry, hold on a second. That's not how you do it. Oh, there we go. So we have 2 people watching. Let's get back to the chat, the comment room. Comments. Oh, yes. Well, so once again, we're brought to you by our sponsor, New Original Bazooka Bubblegum Flavored Beer. So we're going to be having some Bazooka beer here. So I believe Tom Smith from Canada will be a guest here shortly. So who knows what arcane subjects we'll be talking about today. Oh, I wanted to show you some cool stuff. Let me get you, I'm going to share the screen here. One moment. Oh, my arm is in a lot of pain. One moment. Love it when it tells me I have no playlist. Okay, there we go. Oh boy. 1 second. I hate when I look at my playlist and I see someone's deleted something and I'm thinking, what did they delete? Because now I'll have no way of knowing. It was obviously something that I thought was worth putting in a playlist, and now it's gone forever. Okay, I found one of the things I wanted to show you. Oh, people are already popping in here. Let me share the screen. Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. Yeah, what I wanted to show you is I found an old-timey 1980s comic book store commercial. And you don't see many of these. Not like at all. So I thought I'd share this with you guys.
Cosmic Quest has one of America's largest supplies of Doctor Who, the longest-running science fiction.
There we go.
Cosmic Quest has one of America's largest supplies of Doctor Who, the longest-running science fiction show in history. Plus, Tulsa's largest inventory of Star Trek material and paperbacks. Also, baseball and science fiction gum cards. And role-playing games, including Champions and Starfleet battles. We carry a huge inventory of comic books, new and rare, including direct sales titles such as Red Star, Vigilante, and Infinity Incorporated. Come in and see that comic books are a great investment for collectors, not just for kids anymore. We also carry original movie posters and can special order older posters. Come to Cosmic Quest, next to the Bowman Twin Theater. Bring your ticket stub for 20% off of all movie posters.
Anyway, that's pretty cool. Oops. Let's see. Can't show that as nudity.
Okay, so I'm getting shut off on all the comments. I get blocked on Facebook. I actually get thrown off of YouTube. I am trying to tell everybody that I have decoded this matrix. It is my matrix. I am Q. I am JFK Jr. I am everybody who is...
That's a crazy woman on the YouTube that I found amusing. Let's go to Mort Todd's channel because he had a great video and I can't find it on, I put it on one of my playlists. I can't find it. So let's see. Ah, yes, here it is. You won't believe how cool this is.
Right about now,
and
we could all use a pancake.
I don't know if Tom Smith is on yet or not, but
so
he'll love this.
For pancakes,
Si byste se zachvěli, když jenom zaslechnete moje jméno. Když jenom zahlédnete daleký odlesk požáru, které jsem kdysi založil. Když jenom zaslechnete píseň o činech, které jsem páchal, páši a páchati budu. Žralok zuby má jak nože a z těch zubů čiší strach. Meký mese, ach můj Bože, kdo dokáže živět na nábřeží řeky temže, lec kdo život dokonal, no mor tam nebyl. Víme jen, že meký mesr blízko stál. Jednou zmizel chudák Majer, jindy boháč Miller zas. Meký z hůlkou jako frajer obcházel tam onen čas. Pěkná hůlka na procházku a v té hůlce nůž je skryt. Meký mesr vyhrál sázku, nic mu nelze dosvědčit. Jednou změnil požár v Soho, půlnoc temnou, denní jas. Podezřelý bylo mnoho, ale meký zmizel včas. Kdy zase mladá žena nic netuší a jde spát. Probudí se zneuctěno, meký ji však nechce znát. Žralok zuby má jak nože a z těch zubů čiší strach. Meký mesr, ach můj Bože, kdo dokáže, že je vrah.
So sometimes you've got to look at other people's playlists and you'll find amazing things. Ooh, this sounds good. See, I would have never known about this. I'm going to put this into my playlist. Oh, wow. I'll have to put this on my radio station. So I'll put music July 2021, and that should do it. So I'll go back and listen to that later. Look at all this great foreign music. I'd say exotic, but they say that's not nice to use the word exotic. That's one of the new words that they're canceling. Well, that sounds like great. You know, I love music. I was frustrated last night. I was watching Night Tiger Comics, and he talked about going into a comic store, and he said they were playing some music in there that was just so moving that he was brought to tears. And he said the music was so emotional he had to tell the store owner, "Hey, shut that music off," or something like that. And I thought, and then he just kept showing comics, and I said, "Well, what was the music?" And it's like he may not have asked the store owner, but I kind of want, if Night Tiger's listening, go back, call that store owner, ask him what the music was, and that'd be cool to know. This must be what you're talking about, Movie World. Dave's Comics. Ooh, cool. Oh, it's one of those stores that's upstairs in an old building. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, definitely. This goes. It's like an old punk rock store. I went to so many stores like that. There used to be one in Dallas. I'll add it to great stuff. Yeah, thank you, Movie World. This looks like this is going to be a lot of fun. Oh, I'll show you something really cool, Movie World. 1969 comic store. See if I can find it. Here it is, 1970. Here you get to see a comic store from 1970. So I'm going to put this. I have this in several of my playlists, and you may have seen it already, but I'll show it again.
Lane Publishing in Toronto's Markham Street Village.
This is up in Canada.
Antiques are comic books.
Tom Smith country.
At Memory Lane Publishing in Toronto's Markham Street Village, the antiques are comic books. Superman, Batman, Captain Marvel. And the proprietor is George Henderson, or as he's better known, Captain George.
I've been in business 4.5 years, and when I came into the business, the fad, or what you want to call it, was at its peak. But it's been going, I would say, since about 1951. But it was underground then. Now it's above ground. The people aren't embarrassed anymore about admitting that they collect comic books.
What would you classify as an antique comic book? What do the collectors go after?
A legitimate antique comic book is anything dated from 1945 to 1933. It's a legitimate antique because comic books themselves, as we know it, that sort of a comic book only started in 1933. So therefore, you know, an antique, it doesn't have to be 100 years old. It has to be near the beginning. So 1933 to 1945.
And just how much do they sell for these antiques? What do collectors pay for them?
Well, take for instance the Batman #1, which everybody talks about, everybody wants. I've gotten $250 for it. It's actually going for about $200 now, $200 for Batman #1, which was spring 1940. Superman #1, which was in the spring of 1939. I see low prices of about $125, but I also see where it's going for something like $300. It depends on who's selling it and who's buying it.
One avid collector is George Olszewski. I collect old comic books because they're rare. They're interesting because they're precursors of the modern day comics that we have. And it's just sort of a collecting instinct. I like to have them. It's very interesting. Also, the artwork in comics is quite exceptional nowadays. I have seen comic art which would compare favorably to engravings by Doré, for example, in his illustrations to the Divine Comedy. Rare comic books are reaching such value that collectors are beginning to have trouble with thieves. But as George Henderson points out, sometimes it's hard to get anyone to take the theft seriously. Stan Ranton, CBC News.
The House of Gucci.
I'll show you something cool while we're waiting for Tom Smith to show up. This is a website you guys need to subscribe to. It's FT Depot. Don't ask me what FT stands for. But They have all. That's where I got that comic book store ad. They have all these mostly stuff that played in movie theaters, and this commercial here that I just showed you for Cosmic Quest in Oklahoma, which is a comic store in the 80s. You can just tell by all the references in the ad about it. The time period's probably from about 83, 84. These that would have played in a movie theater. These are talking about how close it is to the theater. In Arlington, Lone Star Comics, which is now mycomicshop.com, at the Cinema 4 Theater, they used to run a Lone Star Comics commercial that had stop motion animation, and they were on another planet shooting at these weird lizard. It looked like the quality stop motion animation probably done by someone locally. It looked about the same quality as the movie Flesh Gordon, which was good animation. And I kind of feel like I should call up mycomicshop.com and ask them if they still, if they could put that up on YouTube or something. Here, this is cool. Smokey the Bear. Come on. All right. What's wrong with Smokey here? Smokey the Bear. What did I do? Close player? Yes. What is going on? Oh, here we go.
Many years ago, this was our town, USA. Our family and neighbors lived in the most beautiful land that man would ever see. One day, some tourists stopped by on their way west. They were as excited about our beautiful location as we were. A little too excited. In fact, they were thoughtless and wasteful. They just didn't seem to know the rules about living in the forest. Well, before long it happened. A wildfire destroying everything in its path. And within a few minutes, our beautiful home was gone. 100 years have passed. Times have changed. But some people haven't. Their carelessness still causes more than 90,000 forest fires every year.
Remember, only you can prevent forest fires.
So if you have a home theater, you can cut together a collection of some of these theater snipes, is what sometimes they're called. Shit, what did I just do? But anyway, FT Depot is a cool place. Movie World's talking about the Museum of Chicago Television. They have all kinds of cool stuff over there. I'm getting real bad carpal tunnel or something bad's going on with my whole arm. Here they have the entire movie, Two on a Guillotine, which is that movie where the skeleton is chasing that girl that I was trying to find the other week. But, they have all kinds of old commercials on here. And
more comfortable
stuff.
fit that protects and flexes with you. Depend. The only thing stronger than us is...
Why are they giving me Depend commercials? My age, I suppose.
Chicago's great, it's all brand new. There's lots of fun for you and you.
You make your own fun at the Fun Factory.
There's family fun in every way.
In old Chicago, a family can still afford to be a family.
So have an old Chicago day.
And this weekend, don't miss Old Chicago's Oktoberfest Carnival Party.
Yeah, that's what the 70s were like. All kinds of neat stuff. Yeah,
we have a company that you can join for free, and kids in every...
Oh, Tom Smith's here.
Hey, Groat, how are you?
Oh, hey, what's up, Groat? What was that? A inside joke from the other night?
Yeah.
That's my own name.
Yeah, I
misspelled
your name the other night, and it made me laugh because I watched the show later on, and I saw that you read it aloud, and you said "grout," and it sounded so funny. Yeah. And I was thinking about when I was in bed, and I started laughing while I was in bed. I couldn't stop laughing for a while, I thought, might be a good nickname. Call you Grout.
Sure. So I'm going to try this Bazooka gum flavored beer.
Okay. So before we decide what we're going to do today, there's things we can do. There's a lot of things we could do today.
Yeah.
I want to do an official stream with you.
Okay.
Hey there, movie world. How you doing?
Yeah. So I talked to Mort Todd on the Messenger on Facebook, and he said next week would be good. So I said I'll get back in touch with him then.
Great. That's fantastic. That's going to be really, really fun. I'm excited for that. Yeah. So yeah, there's different things we can do today. We could do the Cracked magazine. We could do a part 2 of Cracked magazine, and we could show our magazines to each other because you have to get out yours when we do that.
Well, yeah, I've got to find them, but
yeah,
it shouldn't be too hard.
That would be fun. We could do a music stream. We could talk about music because we said we're going to do that sometime. Or we could do the obscure humor magazines. I still got a whole bunch of those left, which we only did the 50s and 60s so far.
Oh, like 70s humor magazines?
70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. We got to do all of those.
Yeah, that's what I would think we ought to do. We ought to do the Cracked closer to when Mort Todd comes on.
Oh, okay.
And those of you that don't know who Mort Todd is, I'm thinking about the fact that he's done almost everything to promote culture and preserve it. I mean, he's made cartoons, he's illustrated record albums, he's worked for Marvel, DC, Charlton, he's edited Cracked magazine, brought it back to glory. He directed films. He's sat for hours and hours with comic book legends and rock stars, and he's directed music videos and movies, and it's just
he's dated many attractive women. He's got so many stories. What?
That's one of his credits.
I told you this, but he told me he's never dated a woman with small breasts. That's what he told me.
Okay.
So he only dates busty. I don't know if that's true. But that's what he told me.
But I don't know if that's the kind of thing he'd want to talk about on or.
So I mean, he's done so many things. He's lived several lifetimes in one life. It's unbelievable.
Have you talked with him?
He's met Adam West.
Just texting.
Oh, Grout. I told you that.
I don't remember.
I told you that I had like a 3-hour voice conversation with him a couple of months ago. Like we just talked all night together.
Oh, okay.
Stuff. And yeah, so I've done that, and I've talked to him a lot in text as well.
I'm hoping he'd be willing to do a long interview. The ones I've seen on YouTube, he tends to, about 2-hour mark. Well, it's time to go, or something. But maybe it's the interviewer that does it.
Yeah, I think you're going to be a lot more interesting, in my opinion. So he might want to stay around, hopefully, for that. But I've known him since the MySpace days, since I guess the early 2000s or so.
So as my friend Randy says, because I thought my friend Randy might know him just from. The rock and roll record collecting kind of world.
And you knew of him, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says, well, all I know about him is I've been friends with him since MySpace, and he did the Back from the Grave records, the covers.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing, I also Oddball Comics as well. I got lots more of those to do with you as well.
Yeah. So I think the order that we got to do those is the humor magazines from the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. We may have finished 60s. And then then I'd like to do a music stream at some point this week. And then or some whenever. And then the Cracked stream before we talk to Mort Todd. And
right. I can't promise we'll do another one this week, but when the spirit hits me, I'll just And you can message me anytime too, of course. So before we
This is okay, but I would never buy it again. I bought two, one for
okay.
my wife and one for me. But,
So the first thing I like,
USA, look at that flag on there. I bet that you don't see that very often.
that's good. No, not in Canada. No, that's
Well,
really good.
you meaning the world doesn't see products made in, not you personally.
So, Megaton Man, yes, I have. But did you ask me about that before? Somebody asked me about that in a Grout stream before.
I think it might have been me.
Yeah. You don't mind that nickname, do you? I just think it's kind of neat, Grout.
It'll probably confuse people though, so because most people don't know Gratu yet.
Well, it can be like a pet name or something, you know.
Just say Gratu because people haven't learned it yet, and I may have to give up Gratu at some point.
Are you serious? Now, I think everyone here knows your name is Gratu, don't they?
No,
you gotta be kidding me.
Usually, I hear people say Grotto. Hey, Grotto.
Well, they're just pronouncing it wrong. That's all there is. Yeah, that's okay. They know the name.
The
thing
about
don't
it
know
is
how to say it.
It's a Stan Lee created name, and it's owned by Marvel. So at any point, if James Gunn wanted to put Gratu into some Guardians of the Galaxy movie or something, then it would just be lame. I thought I was picking something obscure. I was.
It's just a little laborious, you know, saying
what I might Orloff is a family name, so
yeah, it's two syllables. So like Grout is just one syllable.
If that was to happen, or if I wanted to, do something to make money with my name, like write a book with my fake name.
See, I like the team of Tom and Grout because it's like one syllable words. It's easy to say, it's fast.
Yeah, well, Groot was kind of the, because Stan Lee created the name Groot and Gratu, and it's the same thing, but early, basically. But
well, before we get started on the obscure humor magazines, I want to ask you a question, Mr. Gratu. Okay.
Yeah.
The question is: have you ever heard of Bubba the Redneck Werewolf? Or has anybody here heard of that Bubba the Redneck Werewolf?
Sounds like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Racing. I got some new crack magazines.
So the answer is no to that question.
No.
I have more to say. I wasn't done.
No. Hey, Bubba, it doesn't sound like it's something good. Is it something good?
Well, I'll tell. Does chat know? Has anybody said anything in chat?
Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see it.
No.
All we got is there's stuff here that I haven't shown. Hello, Tom.
Hey, we said that. And hey, Dr. Silver Age.
Yeah, he's at work. And Tom, have you heard? Okay, I've shown everything.
I have heard of it. I've never
no one's heard of Bubba the Redneck Communist, or whatever.
Okay, can you do me a favor? I know you got carpal tunnel, but can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you? It's not funny. All right, can you look that up on somewhere on the internet? Oh, let me be more helpful here. Can you try to discern the value of the comic books of Bubba the Redneck Werewolf?
Oh, it's a comic, huh?
Yeah, it is a comic book first, and they made a B movie about 3 years ago, and apparently it was the #1 movie on Hulu for like a year or something like that.
When no one knew what Hulu was, probably.
So they made a movie out of and they're supposedly working on a sequel to it. So
okay, I'm going to share the screen. I'm pulling up mycomicshop.com. My prediction is that it's going to be worth $2.
They don't have any copies in stock there. It's hard to get copies of it.
It's fine. It'll let me see the cover, and then I'll just go to eBay completed sales.
All right, my friend.
Let's see. So Bubba the Redneck Werewolf, search.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was created in 2002, 0 out of 7 in stock. Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
All right, I see. Those are local Comic Con. Okay.
You have ever seen any of these in your comic store?
No. No, but the store is doesn't have well, I'm finding more cool stuff there, but you know, I don't find much stuff before like 1972, very rarely. It's not a vintage store. It's a store that opened in 1979, and most of the comics they have are going to be from that period up.
Okay.
Okay, so then
first go on eBay.
And just do a little eBay lesson. I'm sure everyone already knows about this, but maybe someone doesn't.
Don't just look at the completed ones this time. Look at the ones that are for sale as well.
But that means nothing. I mean, I could have a copy and put it up for $1,000.
Well, I just want you to see the prices. I want you to see.
Okay, but that doesn't give it that value. $100. Yeah, that means nothing. $183.13. Why 13 cents were they? Okay, yeah, the price is all over the map. Oh, that's interesting. Someone's done a.
Well, that's a newer one. That's like the press run isn't as small on that one.
Okay.
That's why it's not as much money.
Yeah, I like the cover.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was doing.
Okay, so whatever. Let's see what you got to do.
Complete it off.
Shit, this is different from my phone.
Oh, I can show you.
Is it here that I go?
On the left side of the screen there. Scroll down the
left.
left.
Left. I had to do it on the right on my phone. Okay.
You have to go down a bit.
Yeah.
There it is. Completed.
Yeah, completed items. All right, it's completely different on an iPhone.
They get sold items too.
So we're looking for green. That shows it's sold.
$25 for that issue.
Okay.
Now you said it was going to be $2.
Well, it's sure not $189.13. Let's see. So one of them sold for 10.
Yeah, well that's
one I like sold for $6.
Well, that's a $30 one there. Now look at that one. That was $75, $90 best off.
That's the line through it means that there was a best offer that's less than 89, but you don't know what it is. You just know that they sold it, but it was not for that price. So $10. Yeah, I'm surprised because someone even made a toy. I've never heard of this stuff.
The $9 one is a newer comic. Like I said, it's a bigger press run. So these comics look like they're worth something, don't they?
Is this a trick question? Are you going to tell me they aren't really?
No, they are. Isn't that exciting?
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
So
I guess
if you see any, if anybody sees any, like come across them and there's a good deal on them, you should buy them up because this is a hot tip for people.
Oh, okay.
But I want to show you something now. Okay.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Hold on, I'm checking out the news because I haven't looked at the news this morning. I still look at Drudge Report even though it's fake news. Let's see. This is the fake. This is the conservative Drudge Report. They copy their format. Okay, so what is Peppa Pig? As kids speaking in British accents during pandemic.
What?
American kids are binge watching so much of the British cartoon Peppa Pig that they're developing English accents and even using words like telly and ready, steady, go. The so-called Peppa effect has already led kids in the U.S. to mimic the Star Swine from UK-produced Peppa Pig. I got to click to read the full article.
It's pretty funny.
Never even heard of this Peppa Pig.
Me either. I never heard of it either.
Well, that's one of the things. Kids are being enormously psychologically damaged by this whole pandemic.
And Pokemon, yeah.
Well, they're being psychologically damaged because they're not around other kids and teachers, and they're just home.
You ready for this? Check this out.
All right.
You prepared? Check this out. Here you go. Look.
The complete run?
No. But I have the early, like most of the early issues, the ones that are like $200 or whatever. Pretty neat, eh?
We didn't see any selling for 200. We didn't see
But-
that, did we?
Well,
The completed sales we saw.
we don't
200.
know how much those best offers were. It was like $90. It could have been like $80 or something. You never know.
No, okay, well, so
Like this issue, you didn't see this sell. Like this is the second issue. This is one of the hardest ones to get. I got 2 copies of it, as you can see. And yeah, this one was selling for what? I'm not sure, right?
What does the price tag on there say?
$5, but I didn't pay that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
and I got the third issue. I got 2 copies of that. See?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't usually buy doubles.
Huh?
I don't usually buy doubles, but because I knew this was worth money, I bought all the copies I could find of it. You know.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that. Yeah.
It's okay. I just read one in the bathroom before I came on stream. It's all right.
All right. The artwork inside is okay.
It's pretty amateur on the earlier issues. I think it gets better in the later ones, but the earlier ones are worth more money. But you see, this was a big movie, I guess, a big B movie, right? 3 years ago. So that's why they're being worth more money now, right? So hopefully more people will find out about the movie and become big fans, and this will become like $1,000 comic or something. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm sure. I wouldn't bet on that, but it might happen.
But it's already worth like at least $30 each. You know, I didn't see anything less than 30 for those earlier issues. You know,
I'm trying to find where the reason I'm looking all around is Jambo Comics sent me a couple of issues of Cracked, and I don't know if you saw them.
I don't think I did. Who's Jambo? I've heard of Jambo. Who is that?
Jambo is a YouTube guy that collects a lot of the Golden Age Jungle Girl kind of books and from the company Fiction House. And anyway, I've been talking about these Marvel superhero cartoons, and he sent me some cassettes that I'm going to make copies and send them DVDs back to him. I'm just like, I don't know where I put those. They've got to be somewhere close.
You can't find the Crack magazines.
Nah, they're here somewhere. The Crack magazines down here are the ones that I got at Duncanville Books. I showed you these.
Yeah. So the other thing I got too that I haven't told you about is I have a very small collection of oddball magazines as well. Not humor magazines, but just kind of strange popular culture magazines.
Okay.
You might like to see those sometime as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can show those along with the magazines today if you want.
Okay, what would you like me to start with? The humors or those ones?
What are you talking about? Like magazines about streaking and stuff?
No.
Because I remember when streaking was popular.
Yeah, there was one. Stan Lee published a streaking magazine, a Marvel one.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's
behind the counter. They had all these streaking magazines that some people put out to cash in on it, and then Ray Stevens had a song, "The Streak," that was a huge hit on the radio.
I remember, yeah.
It was just,
and the guy, remember in the Academy Awards with David Niven was hosting the awards. The guy streaked by on the.
Yeah, it was a weird fad.
Yeah, it was weird.
The things were so horrible at the time. I guess for older people, it wasn't bad for a kid, but except for comic book prices going up. But you know, the Watergate and the oil prices going up, and you know, the very end of the Vietnam War, and people were very. People were looking for anything to kind of cheer them up, and all the movies were depressing, and the stars of the movies always died at the end, and it was always, and then when so that's why movies like Star Wars and Superman came out. They were so unusual and so loved because there was finally something that was pure escapism with because all the science fiction movies up to then were about dystopian societies where they kill you, or then the star always dies at the end, like the Omega Man or something,
right? Yeah.
Or they were Yeah, they're all rollerball. Though Logan's Run had a happy ending.
That Marvel magazine is pretty rare. I think it's one of the rarer collectible ones, a streaker or whatever it's called.
Okay. Well, yeah, show us whatever you've got there, the magazine wise.
Well, let's start with the let's just do this big stack of obscure humor magazines first, I guess.
Okay. So should we put this into the humor magazine history?
Oh, absolutely.
Play stream, play.
Absolutely. No question about it. 100%.
Have you told Mark Todd about the Cracked episode?
No.
I don't know how much you talked to him.
No, I don't. Did I? I don't know. I told him about a few of our streams, but I don't know if he ever watched them or not. I don't know. I can't remember if he told me. Maybe he did watch one. I don't know. But I gotta go I just need to go to the washroom first.
Okay. All right.
And then we'll start this trek through the humor magazines, the odd, strange humor magazines of the 70s first.
Okay. Well,
I'm
still
excited.
looking for that damn stuff I got.
Yeah, you keep looking there. Maybe you can sing September song while I'm in the bathroom.
Let's see. Oh, there's my bottle opener. Excellent. I was looking for this. Yeah, that bazooka was not very good, but it did taste. I have the same aftertaste that I had, after opening some packs of wacky packages, and then you get the little stick of gum that was like, put it in your mouth, and it was like would cut into the flesh of your so it was a really hard stick of gum. I don't think they put gum in trading cards anymore. So this is driving me mad. Oh, that's not even turned on. I'm not even charging my phone. There we go. So it's 8:52 in the a.m. here on the Gratu Orloff network. We've got 5 people watching. At some point, I'm going to eat breakfast. My wife is not awake yet. When she awakens, I may need to let Tom go and keep showing his magazines for a little bit while I eat, and then I'll come back. So I found this. That's excellent. Seven Seas was an amusement park in Gratuville back in the 70s. I wonder who's watching. I guess we've got Movie World watching. Dr. Silver Age, he says he's going to be in and out. He's at work.
Hey, Gratu.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of atomicavenue.com?
No.
It is a comic reference and store place on the internet that you can also check, like my comic shop. I also go there all the time. And if you look up Bubba the Redneck Werewolf on there, you'll also see they're like $200, each issue, whatever,
Tell me the name of the store again.
Atomicavenue.com. They also have reviews of comic books on there as well. It's a great reference for comics. Just like everything's on there, like every comic ever is on there.
Atomic Avenue is got a pretty complete
listing, yeah.
So it's really, and are their prices reasonable?
Well, they actually they don't sell things. It's not a store actually. It's weird. It's a reference thing, but stores can link to them though. Like sellers can link their copies to their listings. And well, I'll show you what I mean. If you look something up, anything you want.
Okay, I was trying to remember the names of those Charlton humor magazines. Was it From Here to Insanity?
Yes.
Crazy.
From Here to Insanity. Yeah, it's the same magazine that just changed its name a whole bunch of times, right?
But wasn't it first a comic book as From Here to Insanity?
Right. It was first.
Yeah, then From Here to Insanity.
Then From Here to Insanity. That's the third volume in which there's. Okay, so they got them mixed in there, the comics and the magazines there, but they don't have any copies available. But you see how they have the near mint price guide?
Oh, okay. which is unlikely you're going to find a near mint copy.
Right.
That gives you the top, and then you can count down from there.
Yeah.
That's good because
this magazine, and they have somebody wrote a review, a guy named Mark Arnold on there.
So let's see, Charlton Independent. This. Yeah. So what was the magazine where it was like Elvis, like I was a teenage slob or something like that?
Oh, that was Loco.
Oh, Loco. Who put that out?
I think it's Satire Productions.
Why? See, this is it's like damn. MyComicShop.com has a spell correct too. It automatically takes me to Loco Hero.
Yeah, that's not going to work for you.
Fuck it. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it does have good stuff on there.
Yeah, you could look up something else. Well, you can look up Bubba on there and you'll see.
Oh, there's Bubba Hotep, so I have to be specific.
See, they got long reviews and everything on there, see?
Yeah.
Free. So look at that. That's $195.
Yeah.
Not $100, $100. See? And if you click on the copy up there, you'll see it's available from a seller. Like, click on one of those where it says one copy available.
Yeah, right.
What?
Okay. Well, I guess people have.
Well, if you scroll down a bit, see, Cyberspace Comics is the sell. They sell a lot of comics through Atomic Avenue.
Oh, I see. Cool.
I bought from them. Cyberspace Comics.
Did you see that Mac the Knife video I showed earlier?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, it was something I found. Mort Todd had like a favorites on his YouTube page, and that was like the only thing on it. Let me see. Yeah, it's really cool. It's like the original. Who did the original version of that song?
Well, the song comes from the Three Penny Opera.
Okay.
It's a Kurt Weill musical. And
okay.
And there are several like pop singers, I guess, that did versions of it for the pop market. Like Louis Armstrong did it in 1956.
Yeah.
His was probably one of the earlier. It's a German, right? It's a German musical, I think. So I imagine a German would have been the first one to do it. But
so
but
is
yeah,
is it like a killer?
Yeah, it's about a killer. Yes, that's what the song's about.
Okay, because this is just an amazing version.
At Aspen Dental, today is the day to take back your smile. Why wait?
Ugh.
Save 20% on your treatment plan. New patients get a completed.
Hold on one second.
Jste se za chvíli, když jenom zaslechnete moje jméno. Když jenom zahlédnete daleký odlesk požáru, které jsem kdysi založil. Když jenom zaslechnete píseň o činech, které jsem páchal, páši a páchati budu. Žralok zuby má jak nože a z těch zubů čiší strach. Megíme se, ach můj Bože, kdo dokáže žijet na nábřeží řeky temže, lec kdo život dokonal. No mor tam nebyl, víme jen, že Megíme sr blízko stál. Jednou zmizel chudák Majer, tím ty boháč, Miller zas, Megí z hůru jako frajer, obcházel tam onen čas. Pěkná hůlka na procházku a v té hůlce nůž je skryt. měkký mysl, vyhrál sázku, nic mu nelze dosvědčit. Jednou změnil požár v Soho, půlnoc temnou, denní jas. Podezřelý bylo mnoho, ale měkký vydal čas. Kdy zase mladá žena nic netuší a jde spát, probudí se zneúctěna. Měkký ji však nechce znát, žralo v zuby, má jak nože a z těch zubů čiší strach. Měkký mysl, ach můj Bože, to dokáže, že je vrah.
That's pretty cool, Gratu.
Yeah, well, I didn't discover it. It was on his page. So anyway, I guess you're back from the mushroom.
Yep.
What have you got magazine-wise?
Are you ready for this, Gratu?
Sure.
Okay, so the first, so ladies and gentlemen, how many people are watching right now?
You got 5.
Wow.
One of them is the TV downstairs because it's on my wife's account, so that'll show as one person. So I'd say really 4.
So is your wife watching?
No, I just heard her waking up, so I went down, and she's not hungry yet. So she's
well, she can watch. You know, if Cleo you watch, you know, I hope you enjoy the show.
She'll eventually see it.
And did you put it in the?
Stream suspended for policy violations?
Is he kidding or?
I don't know.
Let's see if it's still.
Oh no.
No, it looks like you're. Oh, he's serious.
Really?
Yeah, we're not on.
Oh.
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, that's this happened to me once too. I did a live stream on the Line Popsicle and Pants channel by myself one day, and some idiot reported my stream. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't even saying anything controversial. I was just doing a stream, and somebody just reported to YouTube, and they just took it down. And the stream just stopped, you know, in the middle of the stream. So I just started another stream. That's what I did. I was, you know, I was like some idiot. Just
we'll probably have to restart.
Yeah.
Was it that video, you think?
I don't know. Either that or somebody just got mad at us or something.
Well, I'm looking at my, due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Streams are interrupted when copyrighted content is detected.
Yeah, it must have been that video.
It says after copyrighted material is no longer being streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled.
Yeah, it's the video. It was. That's when it went off. I'm looking at the stream right now.
But I played it earlier.
I guess they didn't detect it earlier.
It says you're back on.
We're back?
Yeah, I guess we're back.
Let's see. Detected. Oh, we're back. Good.
Back on.
Good job. Good job. We're back?
Yeah, I guess we're back.
Should we just, do you think, Gratu, we can start another show?
Let me see how long when it cut out and during that, so it cut out during that song, because I was downstairs a second ago and I saw you watching it.
Yeah.
So apparently that song is copywritten.
Well, all of them are, right?
Yeah, the thing is, it was on YouTube.
Yeah, I know, it's weird.
So why wasn't it the original?
I don't know. You think they would have done it before when you showed it earlier too? I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
It's possible that it did happen, and I never knew it.
Didn't look like it. I was looking back through the stream.
But one of the first things I showed. Oh,
do you want to start again?
Same thing happened to Night Tiger recently. Yeah, Night Tiger last Sunday night had all of his brothers on. So there were, I think he had 3 or 4 brothers.
Doing the heavy metal thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then they were showing heavy metal videos, and it would cut out, and then it would come back on. But now he doesn't have that stream up, and I don't know if he took it down or if he was forced to or whatever.
Probably. You probably couldn't show too many music videos in a stream. They wouldn't allow that, I wouldn't think.
Oh, well.
But should we just start at 428? What do you think?
Yeah, we could, because then it'll be more, yeah.
And we'll start right. So if you put this one in the Humor Magazine list, you could take this video out and put the next one in.
Oh, I haven't done it yet, but it just seems like people wouldn't want to wait an hour into a video to see the first Humor Magazine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
So let's just restart another episode. This is what is this, 427?
Yeah.
All right, I'll start at 428.
Okay.
All right, so guys, I'll see you in a little bit. We'll come right back on with episode 428.
Right. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes.